Yeah, that's a terrifying group. I mean, it's the fact that Tulane got one out of there was a victory. There's no doubt about it. That's just their second home loss of the year. Like they're now 19-2 at home. So Tulane getting a win out of that, I think if you would ask Jay Ullman off the record, he'd probably say, that's what we were looking for here. He would love to have won a series, no question about it. That's the name of the game. But to get one was a barometer for this team. That lineup is unbelievable. And East Carolina hosts UTSA, correct, Bubba?
We do. After this weekend, we go to Wichita State and then UTSA in Greenville, and then we close at South Florida, as we so often do before heading over to Clearwater.
Man, I mean, that's amazing. You guys just get to the short drive over to Clearwater. It seems like every year that happens here.
Right.
So, I mean, the fact that you get UTSA at home, um, with the way that offense plays, the way that ballpark plays, I don't know how much of an advantage that gives the Pirates outside of just what the crowd will probably be for that series. Mason Lytle will win Player of the Year, and deservedly so. I mean, James Tausig torched Tulane. A New Orleans kid who's new to the team this year, Norris McClure, the third baseman. He's Player of the Week this week. That's because he drove in 8 runs on Saturday's game, and he drove in, I think, 11 across the weekend. He was on base about 40 times, it felt like. Andrew Stuckey, the catcher, very solid. Drew Detlefson's the RBI leader. He's in left field, and he was batting 9th on Saturday. Like that should tell you a little bit about what that lineup is. They don't swing at pitches off the plate. They just don't. And so for a team like Tulane who walks too many batters, for a team like East Carolina who struggles with walks on the mound as well, like they're not going to let you off the hook with that sort of stuff. What's fascinating about the pitching staff, this is going to be the one thing to me about UTSA where if they don't trip up the rest of the year, they're an at-large team. Like no doubt, their RPI is 30 right now. They should be in the mix. If they're going to make a run in Clearwater, I don't know if they have the pitching to do it. They have high quality arms. They don't have enough of them. They've only used 12 pitchers all year. And what they try to do is essentially do the piggyback start where the starting pitcher goes 5 innings and then a reliever goes the next 4. Like that's how they try and structure this here. Like that's what happened with Robert Orlowski, might be the best reliever in the league. He averages 3+ innings an outing. Zach Royce and Braylon Owens and Connor Miles, these guys are pretty much locked down the starting rotation there. You need quantity of arms to get through Clearwater. Like even if you just get a couple of outs from someone you usually don't use, that is eventually going to come into play once you get to the weekend of Clearwater. That's how Tulane has been able to win the last couple of tournaments. Is they've gotten outs on the mound and just enough of them from guys that you weren't always expecting to get those types of outs from as the year progressed. UTSA does not have the depth on the mound, in my mind, to be able to do that. Now, they can win games 14-4 in Clearwater. Like that ballpark plays to offense, and so they'll be able to succeed in that. But when you need to play 2 games on a Saturday, say, or win Sunday's championship game when all your pitching's depleted, do they have enough bullets on the mound to do it? That's the one question I have about them. If they don't trip up over the last 4 weeks of the year, they won't really need Clearwater to be in the NCAA tournament. But if they do, if they drop the series to ECU, if they drop the series at South Florida right after that, I believe, they have Memphis and Rice at home. They can't lose any of those games to end the year. If they trip up, then they'll need Clearwater, and I don't know if they have the pitching quantity-wise to get through Clearwater. But that offense is unbelievable.